Hello everyone. So in this video, I'll be discussing the course of Principles of Macroeconomics, which is a GE course. Okay. So before we get into the syllabus discussion, let me tell you one thing. So I'll be covering this whole course free of cost on my YouTube channel only. So I'll try to cover the whole course along with two past years. So I'll do two past years as well. I'll solve the two past years. And this is a type of paper in which you can expect to score 9 or 10 out of 10. So you are bound. So if you put the desired effort, it is easy to score 9 or 10 in this paper. Given it is a G paper, so the credits are also high. It would be 4. Okay, now moving forward. So this was the minutes of the meeting from 23/1/2024, and it is expected more or less the syllabus would remain the same. There won't be any drastic changes. Now coming to the readings. So the first suggested reading is Andrew Abel, Ben Bernanke, and Dean Croshaw, Macroeconomics. Oliver Blanchard, Macroeconomics. Then Rodiger Dornbusch, Stanley Fischer, and Richard Starts. So you are not supposed to buy these books. You can get to any photocopy shop of DU. You will get the so not all the books are coming. Certain portion of these books are coming. So you will get the readings from any photocopy shop. Okay. Also, from the next week onwards, I'll start uploading the classes, and I'll try to complete the syllabus by March end or maximum till April 10, so that you have close to 1.5 months to prepare for it, and then the past years would follow. Okay, and trust me, I'll be covering the whole syllabus, so it would be easier for you to score. Okay, now the topic wise readings. There are Unit 1, which is Introduction, Unit 2, National Income Accounting. We'll discuss them in detail. Unit 3, Determination of GDP. Unit 4, National Income Determination in an Open Economy with Government. And Unit 5, Money in a Modern Economy. Before this, let's find out how the pattern of the exam would be. Assessment. So internal assessment is of 30 marks. You would have already known by this because you have already given a exam before. One class test, 12 marks. One assignment, 12 marks. The class attendance is of 6 marks. So this is IA. Now coming to CA, it is of 40 marks. Two class tests. So it is up to the discretion of the teacher about how many tests he wants to take or how many assignment he wants to take. Two class tests adding up to 15 marks. So 40 में से 15 marks are for class test, a group research project with presentation, preferably looking at Indian data, especially for concepts and aggregate discussed in units 1 to 5. So this is for 20, and the rest 5 is for attendance. But this is not hard and fast rule, it can vary. So end semester exam 90 marks will comprise numerical. So they have mentioned in bold about the numerical. So it is expected that close to 20 to 25 or more than that marks would be from numericals only. So we'll do plenty of questions, we'll solve plenty of questions so that in the final exam it becomes easier to solve the numerical. Now weightage is important. So according to the weightage, we'll put the desired efforts. Unit 1 and 2, 20 marks. Okay, so we'll discuss Unit 1 and 2. Unit 1 is Introduction. What is macroeconomics? Basic thing that it deals about the economy as a whole, not about the individual units which we studied in microeconomics and macroeconomic issues in an economy. So this would lead to growth, inflation. So I'll give you the exact scenario in the Indian economy right now. So that would be better. Unemployment, money supply, and all other factors. Net exports, government expenditure, investment in the economy. Okay, so this is chapter 1 of Abel, Bernanke and Croscher. Now unit 2. So unit 1 and unit 2 consist of 20 marks. So concepts of GDP, you must have already studied what GDP is. Then we'll discuss net factor income payments, NNP, NDFC. Okay, we'll study factor prices, basic prices, and all other things, factor cost and basic prices. Now, measurement of national income, we'll consider all those factors that I've already discussed, and related aggregates, nominal and real income. So you should know the difference between once we are done with the course, and limitation of the GDP concept. This is chapter 2 from Abel, Bernanke and Croscher. Now moving to unit 3. So the weightage of unit 3 is 20 marks. So 1 and 2 are basic units that you must have studied in before as well. Unit 3 is 20 marks. Actual and potential GDP. So in this we'll study inflationary gap, deflationary gap. I'm marking the important things right now. Inflationary gap, deflationary gap. Okay, now aggregate expenditure, where we have the identity y equals to c plus I plus g plus nx. Consumption function, where we have discussed c equals to a plus byd, where yd is the disposable income. We'll discuss all of them in detail. The investment function, equilibrium GDP, concepts of MPS, APS, MPC, APC, all of them you must have studied in class 12th as well. But this would be a slightly advanced version. Slightly advanced. Now, moving forward, autonomous expenditure, basic, and this concept of multiplier. I'm marking this because it is expected you will have a numerical from this. The concept of multiplier is very important. Multiplier is very important, and you can expect question coming from this. It is highly expected a numerical would come from this. Okay, so these are the suggested reading. Chapter 1, section this. They have mentioned the exact pages as well. So you are not supposed to go on reading all of them. And in the readings, वो तुम्हें वही photocopy करके देंगे जो already mentioned है. Then chapter 9, chapter 4 of Abel, Bernanke and Croscher, Dornbusch, Fisher का chapter 1 and 9. Okay, now unit 4. Unit 4 is of 25 marks. Unit 5 is of 25 marks. So both of them are very important. So close to. Okay, this is of 25 marks. This is also of 25 marks. So national income determination in an open economy. So in an open economy with government. So we have done the C plus I plus G plus NX. So government is also included. Net exports is also including it. Net exports equals exports minus imports, where we'll discuss that import is also a function of income. We'll discuss this in detail. So this identity, right? Income determination, fiscal policy. First is, what is fiscal policy? So it refers to the actions taken by the government in the form of government expenditure or changes in taxes. So impact of changes in government expenditure and taxes, net exports function, net exports and equilibrium national income. So it is expected that you can get a 10 mark numerical from this. Okay, so the suggested reading is chapter 9 from Dornbusch, Abel, Bernanke, chapter 5, this particular section 5.2, pages 214 to 215. So this is the goods market equilibrium. You will study the goods market equilibrium is the IS curve. Just IS name itself is sufficient. Now all of them were linked, but this unit 5 takes into consideration the money in a modern economy. So concepts of money in a modern economy, you know the characteristics of money. It is a store of value, medium of exchange, standard for deferred payment. Monetary aggregates, I'll make you revise them till M4. Demand for money, we'll discuss for transaction purposes, precautionary purposes. Quantity theory of money. This is important. This can come for 5 marks. Okay, I'll discuss this as well. Liquidity preference, this is the, and rate of interest, this is the most important theory. Most important theory in your syllabus. And it can come for close to 10 to 15 marks. It is a bit tough if you don't get it, but if you get it, it's very logical and very interesting. Lastly, there is money supply and credit creation. This we will study as well. How the money gets. So you must have studied this in class 12th as well, but we will study this in detail. And monetary policy. So I'll tell you in brief about how monetary policy works, the monetary policy transmission, how much members MPC has, who are those members, and how the decision is being taken in a monetary policy committee. So how they influence the trade off. One of the most important is trade off between growth and inflation. We'll discuss this, how these factors impacts the policy repo rate that the RBI sets. So in total, and also there will be internal choice within each section. So you will be having choices as well. So they have not mentioned the number of questions that they will be asking, but since it is a smaller course, it is expected that you study each and everything from this. Now, coming to the course of action. So I'm telling you, within 1 week, I'll start with the classes, and I'll try to make a WhatsApp group so that I'll share important question in it so that you can practice it as well. I'll make this group in 1 week. I'll send you the link on my YouTube channel, and if I'm teaching you, so in the respective classes as well. Also, past years would be conducted at a later date, and I would suggest that be regular with this course. It is very easy, very scoring, and try to get at least 9 or 10. This will actually enhance your CGPA. Okay, all the best. Hoping to meet you all soon.